Everyone talks about child support, legal fees, splitting assets, but no one talks about the hidden cost of divorce. The one that blindsides almost every dad I talk to. It's not money. It's something that's far more expensive. I want to dig into it today with you. Me and you. Yeah, I know money hurts. It sucks. But you can't recover. You can recover financially. I mean, you can rebuild your business, increase income, start fresh. It sounds impossible. I know that. I talk to hundreds of dads every single week, and to them in their brain, it sounds impossible. It sounded impossible to me. It sounded like, what the heck? Where was this going to come from? But that's not what I want to talk about, is just the money side. What most dads don't realize, that the real cost isn't measured in dollars. You think it's measured in dollars. It hurts because we're so attached. Our identity is so much entwined with what we do, what we have, what other people think about us. But let me give you a quick little idea here, because I've coached dads who went from broke to seven figures in just, a few years. That's possible. It does happen. Money wasn't the issue. It was the weight they carried that kept them stuck. That's what held them back. And so I want to dive into that quickly with you. The hidden cost, it's not the money. It's your peace, it's your presence, and it's your identity. That's what I want to talk about quickly. Your identity, your peace, your presence. That is what is stolen. That's the hidden cost of divorce. That is what the enemy wants so much to disrupt you, disturb you, all because that factors in your entire day. If you're thinking about that, your peace is gone, right? Your identity is gone. Your presence is gone. It affects your children, affects your workplace, affects your mindset, affects your words, affects your whole spirit of who you are. That's what the enemy wants: steal, kill, and destroy. Divorce taxes you emotionally. The guilt, the loneliness after exchange day, right? The constant fear of not being enough for your kids. That's what you are questioning. And I remember, because exchange day it's just so terrifying when it first happens. And I remember that when I would drop the kids off and I come back, and it's, depending on what day it is and what's going on and how the weekend went, there's just a wave of emotion that happens. I get in my house, I look around, I start picking up toys, right? I start cleaning the bath, right? I start doing laundry for them, seeing their clothes, putting them away, and it just ripped my guts out. And I questioned my worth. And I know why. Suicide in divorce dads is eight times higher. I know why, because their identity is so enwrapped about being a dad. Your identity is so wrapped about your children, about what that is. And when that's taken from you, and in many cases it is taken from you. Many cases you guys have had women that have walked out of your life or have done things that, is deplorable. And so that identity has been stripped, and there is a cost of that. The money is tiny compared to the cost of your peace and your presence, right? That is a cost. And so I don't want you to keep taxing yourself about being shameful or distractions or self-sabotage. I want us to dig into this really quickly here for a short time, because here's where it gets dangerous. The hidden cost spills into your fatherhood and your business. You're short with your kids, you're distracted at work, and your confidence tanks. Suddenly your revenue drops, your health suffers, and your relationships fall apart. Look, there was a guy just recently, had an incredible conversation with him. He has a business. We were looking to how can we get his business growing. He literally sat on the phone with me. And he said, I have piles and piles of invoices that all I need to do is type in the numbers and send the invoices, and money will be in my account. He said, but I'm just not feeling like doing it. And so we sat there, we went back and forth about it. We sat there, went back and forth about it, and I said, but you want to have this and this for your kids, right? Yeah, I want this and this for our kids. I want to take care of them. I want to do this. Da, da, da. And so in a matter of minutes, it went from this stack of money that he just couldn't get his head around to, yeah, I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. And we can then do this for my kids. And boom, all of a sudden, his peace, his presence was back. And the income was there. He had more than enough. He has more than enough. And I'm telling you, that happens time and time again with the dads that I get on these calls with or that are in our coaching group. It's not hard. It's just realizing these hidden costs are costing you so much more than you realize. I hate to see it, but I believe that that's why I'm here. That's my calling, is to help you guys rebuild 1 million dads, transform their life and legacy. That's what this is all about. Okay? Proverbs 4:23 says this: above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So if your heart stays broken, every area of your life pays the price. I don't want that. You don't want that. Your kids don't want that. Your future doesn't want that. You are I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but you are a champion. This is a setback. However, you have watched champion movies. You've watched Marvel. You've watched Superman. You've watched Rocky. And I'm here to tell you today, this is your moment to do the exact same thing for your child. To watch them, that they can see you come back, do something that seems impossible, and you rewrite the story starting today. Let me share with you the way out before we close quickly. The good news is you don't have to stay stuck paying the hidden costs forever. I'm going to give you some practical inputs you can do right now today to change and transform your life. Number 1, stop replaying failures and start feeding your mind faith, vision, and purpose. What you feed it is what it will become. What you behold is what you become. What you think about is what you become, right? All of these things are happening. So guard your heart, guard your mind. It's going to affect what you do. So number 2 is define a clear mission. Your kids need to see you rebuilding, not replaying pain. Your mission and your vision is going to align you. This is the single most important thing that you have to do in this situation. Whether you've been divorced for 5 minutes or 5 years, without a vision, you will cast off restraint, you will lack discipline, you will fall off, you will numb out, you will overwork yourself, you will be out of balance, your kids will get the worst of you, all of those things because you don't have a game plan, a mission, and a vision. This isn't something when I talk with people that we do it and we throw it in the drawer. This is something that lives and breathes every single day of your life. It calls you, it beckons you, it forces you to get back in line, because all of the whys are screaming and crying out at you. Your child's voice, the future that you want for them, the vacation that you're praying and hoping one day to take them to Disney. All of those things are screaming and crying when you look and have your vision in front of you every single day of your life, and you take the step and then you do it. Thirdly, install accountability. You can't fight this war alone. Accountability is the gateway drug to freedom. It is a gateway drug to freedom. When you get accountable, I don't even give advice unless I know that they're aware to the problem, the gates of change. They're accepting the problem. They take ownership of it. They have somebody they're accountable with the problem. Then there will be some action and some advice that's given. Until those 3 happen, the 4th is a waste of time, which is why we're in the predicament that we're in, which is why millions upon millions of people can listen to the most prominent, influential podcasters and YouTube channels in this world, and they do not change. They do not change because they do not know. They do not change because they do not do what they know. This is for somebody here today that's watching this video. I don't know who you are, but you do not need another YouTube video to watch. You need somebody to get accountable to the mission and the vision and the plan that you have for your life. And once you do that, your life will transform. I'm not saying this because this is from me. I'm saying this because this is what I do and what I'm going to lead 1 million men to also do. Lastly, the hidden cost of divorce is real. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe if you're watching this far. If you haven't checked our Ascent group, our weekly grouping call with me, group coaching, get it. If you are looking to apply one-on-one with me, you want accelerated results now, ASAP, drop a comment, drop a list. What resonated with you the most in this video? Let me know. Drop in the comments. Love you guys. God bless you. See you on the next one.